Well, only I would have a COVID baptism. It's very typical of me to do it in this very weird way. Thanks everybody for tuning in online or after the fact or in the comment section. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. My testimony, it wasn't instant. Or it was instant. It wasn't gradual. It happened over 3 weeks without me knowing, and then all of a sudden, in one day, yeah, everything just came. So the backstory is had this happened on actually I had the date wrong previously. It happened on December 10th in 2017. Basically, three weeks prior, maybe 3.5 weeks prior, I had left my previous employment with, you know, this is just like foreshadowing. It's very materialistic coming to Christ, but it had to be this way because I just wasn't getting it. I'd been going to church for 2 years, and for 2 years, as many of you had seen, every Sunday I would come. I would sit on the sermon. Sermon would be great. And then Sunday school would come, and I just did not want to attend Sunday school. I pretty much did this as maintenance under the wishes of others, and I just wasn't getting it. So after the sermon, I would sit in the parking lot in my car. I would go to McDonald's, grab a coffee, call my brother, call my friends, so on the internet. And just wait. Wait for my girlfriend Dora to be done Sunday school, or wait for my friends to be done Sunday school, and then I would continue on with my day. And I did this for 2 years, with almost no interest in getting to know God further. And then all of a sudden, so I had lost my job in November of 2017. So, not much available credit, X amount of dollars in the bank account. But I'm like, whatever, I'll just find another job. So I applied for, at this point, for 3 weeks leading up to this moment, I had applied for 100 jobs a week. First week. Nobody replied. Nobody. I mean, I didn't get one email back. Am I spam? I don't know, but it wasn't great. So confidence a little bit down. Bank account significantly down. Week 2, another 100 emails and another blank inbox. Again, no idea. Like nobody's replying to me. Is my resume just not attached? And my bank account at this point is getting significantly lower, and my car is starting to have engine issues. So the bank account's getting lower and lower, car's having issues, I have 0 job prospects, and we enter into December. And more car issues, bank account getting even lower. But every Sunday, I didn't change how I prayed. Didn't do anything. I just would come here, sit through the sermon, go to my car, and have my coffee. That's it. Then December 7th, I'm like, okay, no, I have some money in the account. I'll just keep applying. Maybe I can continue like this for 2 more weeks. I've got no plan of action. Nobody really knows how bad my situation is at this point because I've been very vague because I had a lot of pride. December 7th, zoop, car insurance, right out the account, about $50 left. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Probably survive a week. $50, got like 3/4 of a tank of gas. we get to, I still haven't told anybody how bad it is yet. Like, really, like, it's bad. Like, once that $50 is gone, like, guys, it's over. We get to Sunday. I sit through the sermon. It's that bad still. And at the end of the sermon, guess what? I went and grabbed another coffee. That's it. I didn't stay for Sunday school. I didn't stay to go pray. Actually, I didn't have some breaking moment right at that second. After that, Sunday school started. I did what I normally do. I get in my car. Mind you, at this point, I had to drive from Port Cothlow to North Van. I started the weekend with 3/4 of a tank of gas. I've got a quarter of a tank of gas. I've got nothing. And $50. I go to McDonald's because, dollar coffees. Why not? I'm like, yeah, I can still afford this expense with my limited funds. I tap on $1. Decline. I had nothing now. I had no credit. Nobody knows how bad my situation is. I don't even have $1 to my name. I have 0 job prospects, and I've applied to 300 jobs, and I'm very defeated. And my car is really starting to have problems, so it's almost not drivable. So what do? I drive back to church. I'm still going to have that conversation with, my brother, my friends. But instead, in the parking lot, not in the church, was my coming to Christ moment. It was where I had no idea of like the proper prayer structure, how I'm supposed to go about this. I sat in my car and I just said, all right, God, I need divine intervention. I need help. I need something. If you are real, this is the moment. My back's against the wall. I don't have $1. I've got no gas. My car's broken. Nobody knows how bad it is. I really need your help, God. Please. I don't even know if this is the proper way to ask or pray about it, but I need divine intervention. Then I immediately post my car on Craigslist. Because that's what you do. You start selling your assets. So I posted my car for $2,000 more than what I bought it for, $1,500, $2,000 more than what I bought it for. Within an hour, somebody's like, yep, I have the money, I'll come meet you right now. Amazing. It never really happens like that. I'm telling you right now, if you try and sell your car, it will not happen like that. And it did. So, I got, much more than I wanted for it, much more than I paid for it. Had $7,500, and I was like, amazing, money problem solved instantly. Later that night, Dora asked me if she wants me to apply for jobs while she works with a friend in the morning. I said, yeah, sure. So I meet them up 7 a.m. We're studying, and I'm applying for jobs. And this is on the 10th. The 10th. And while I'm applying for jobs, I'm like, oh, well, I need a car now too, albeit something cheaper and not as nice. I see this basically brand new BMW for $6,000. I'm like, oh, this is a typo, but I'll apply it anyway. And he's like, yeah, I can meet you at 9 a.m. and you can have a look at the car. I'm like, oh, wow, amazing. So I drive out to Richmond, or not drive out, obviously, take the train. I take the train out to Richmond at 9 a.m. to have a look at the car. Mind you, I'd been applying for jobs for 2 hours prior to that. And I get to Richmond, it's a brand new BMW. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's an amazing car. I'm like, why are you selling it for basically for free? He's like, oh, family that's had it got deported, so they're just trying to sell it for whatever they can get immediately. And I was like, oh, perfect. Can I drive it? Is it stolen? Drove it around. Wasn't any of those things. And I bought it for $6,000 on the spot. It's great. I was late, so I didn't actually get it until 11 a.m. So my car problems were instantly fine. And because my insurance had directly come out of my account, I could just put my old plates on and just keep going. So I've got, money now to survive and a car to get around. And right after I had put the plates on my car, I got a phone call from my current employer, Lexus, saying, "Oh, hey, we saw you applied for your job. Would you like to come in for an interview?" I was like, "Oh, yes, 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 yes. When are you available? Right now. How about 3 o'clock? Okay." And I'm like, "Okay, great. I'll come in at 3." And I'm so excited, but I'm like, "Oh man, I look like hot death. Like my face is a mess, my hair is a mess." Um, and I'm starting to drive through Vancouver to go back to North Vancouver to tell Dora the good news, and I get a phone call from my hairdresser saying, "Where are you?" And I say, in Vancouver." He's like, "Oh, are you not coming for your appointment?" It's like, "What appointment?" He's like, "You made this appointment over a month ago. You made this appointment 6 weeks ago." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm on the way." So I went, got a haircut, nice clean shave. I'm looking fantastic. It's 2:30, and I'm in Vancouver, and my interview's at 3 in North Vancouver at the Auto Mall. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna make it. It's crazy traffic always." Zero traffic. Made it to North Van in record time. Still haven't beat that time to North Van at that time of day from Vancouver. So yeah, I made it to my interview. Interview went great, and I got hired on the spot. So I was like, "Wow, I have a job and a car and money, and I'm not gonna die." So I drive to tell my girlfriend the good news, and on the drive back, I realized that 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 sequence of events could only be attributed to God. Like really, it's not like, I didn't get saved from a burning building, come to Christ. I didn't, almost die. I didn't catch COVID and come back. Like, no, none of that happened. It was a conversation in my car in the parking lot, a very unlikely encounter that brought me to Christ. And from that moment on, I know that I'm blessed, and I have to follow God. Yeah, that's my testimony. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in at home and everybody here.
Today we're here to witness the baptism of Tyson. I'm so excited. I want to jump out of my shoes here. Because this is an important moment. Because Tyson is making a public testimony. Tyson is making a public testimony of his faith, of saying grace and peace has come upon his life, and that he's living out his faith now in Christ Jesus. So today, as we witness this time of baptism, I ask you just to join in with him, renew your own baptismal vows that you have said, and just live in that faith, that grace and peace will come upon you as well, and that you will rejoice with our brother, and that we'll all together, as the family of God, just give glory to God, for He is the one that loves us with an undying love. And let us give thanks to Him, for He is good. The steadfast love just endures. Now, Tyson, I got a question for you. Have you received Jesus Christ, the Lord Jesus Christ, as your own Lord and your own Savior? Yes. So, upon the confession of faith and upon his testimony that is already given, that he has given his life over to Jesus Christ, I now baptize you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Spirit.